Dear students, welcome to my channel. Now I am going to discuss about black box testing in software engineering. So what is meant by black box testing? Black box testing is a software testing technique where the tester examines the functionality of the software without knowing its internal code structure, implementation details or logic. The tester treats the software as a black box which focusing on inputs and outputs. So these are the characteristics of black box testing. Independent testing, test cases, test coverage, no knowledge of internal code. So it is independent testing, like it will not look into the internal code structure. So it is independent testing and test cases. They are going to use different test cases like test case 1, test case 2, test case 3 in order to test the functionality of the system. And next, test coverage. Test coverage in the sense testers are aimed to cover different scenarios like they take valid inputs, invalid inputs, boundary conditions, and various usage scenarios in order to test the functionality of the system. So, there is no knowledge of internal code or logic. These are the key characteristics of black box testing. So, what are the types of black box testing means? Functional testing, non-functional testing, regression testing, user interface testing, usability testing, boundary value analysis, compatibility testing, security testing. So, functional testing means which tests the functionality of the system whether it is working according to the user requirements or not is known as functional testing. Non-functional testing mainly focuses on the quality attribute whether it is working properly in term of performance or not is known as non-functional testing. And then regression testing. Regression testing like which ensures the new changes in the software that do not adversely affect the existing functionality. And then user interface testing like user acceptance testing which verifies if the software meets the user requirements and expectations or not, that is user interface or user acceptance testing. Usability testing means after development of any software product whether can we use that particular product or not, that testing will be conducted. Next, boundary analysis testing like they take different scenarios like valid inputs, invalid inputs like boundary conditions. They do in that point of view. Next, compatibility testing. Compatibility testing means once the product is developed, whether we can run that product in any environment or any platform, that they will check. And security testing, they will check the security also. Next, these are the examples of black box testing. So what is my test case name means we have to verify successful login with valid credentials, means that we have to provide a correct credentials. So expected result must be like user should be able to log into the application dashboard or home page, and test case status must be pass because we are providing valid credentials. Next, text case name. Another example for black box testing is verify unsuccessful login with invalid credentials. Here we are going to provide wrong input like wrong password or wrong username. Then the expected result should be that login attempts should fail because we haven't provided proper credentials. We have provided invalid credentials and test case status must be pass because we have provided invalid credentials. These are the features of black box testing. Focus on external behavior, independent from internal code, requirement based testing, user centric testing, compatibility testing. So, obviously, which focuses on the external behavior of any system, It is independent from internal code. It will not look into the internal code structure or implementation or logic. And requirement based testing, based on the requirement, based on the input, whether it is giving properly or not, is known as requirement based testing. User centric testing, compatibility testing. And these are the tools and frameworks used to perform block box testing like Selenium, Appium, LoadRunner, SOAP UI, REST API, and so many testing tools are there in order to test the functionality